Can you recognize these objects? And here's some sketches and such of things around the area in relation to the history. It's an old well, car, animal pen, homestead, and gravesite. Hi everybody, I'm Florida Trailblazer, exploring the history and wilderness of Florida. Today I'm out here roaming through these woods here at Starkey Wilderness Preserve. It's a beautiful place to explore here in Florida. Many miles of trails, lots of scenic wilderness areas to experience, and today I'm out here enjoying the great outdoors and the fresh air. We're gonna take a hike into these woods off the beaten path and back into old Florida and see what we can discover along the way. Exploring off the beaten path into the woods here, getting closer to the river. Seems to be an old pathway up here through the woods by the river. Old bridge up there. That's neat. Let's go check this out. See remains from an old bridge here across the river. So you can see this wooden bridge across this river here. No longer in use. You can see some of the old pilings and wood here at the base of the bridge. Now this bridge may have been used by some of the homesteaders and ranchers that lived out here long ago, and may have been used by the logging industry at one time. Many layers of history to this place. And this is a nice reminder of the past here. And the bridge is in decent condition. It's nice sitting out here by this bridge, getting a sense of the past and the wilderness. And it's tempting to cross over this bridge and explore the other side. It's also important to be very safe in these places, and walking over these abandoned bridges can be unsafe because, as you can see here, the wood is not very sturdy. And it's important not to harm or damage these structures so that future generations can come out and explore these places and experience these sites just like we are today. Now you can see the wood here isn't very sturdy though. It's very shaky. Walking along some of these hiking trails here, and they're very nice, well maintained. Lots of space to roam around out here, and plenty to explore, that's for sure. There's many miles of these trails just like this. And if you are going to be hiking in this reserve, I suggest bringing a map, or at least having a sense of direction of where you're going and how to get back, because it can get confusing hiking in this wilderness. There's so many places to hike. And there's something here for everybody to enjoy. I've seen people out here riding their bikes. They like to come out here and ride their horses, and hiking, of course. So there's activities for everybody to enjoy here, where you can get outside, experience this beautiful nature and the great outdoors. Now, exploring these trails, seeing some backcountry campsites out here. And if you enjoy camping off the beaten path, enjoy the peaceful nature, this is a perfect place. Take a look at this. There's a sign here indicating the hiking trail and the primitive campsites. It's that way. Let's go take a look. Found the trail to this primitive campsite out here. Here's the campsite. This is a really nice one. Have a grill. There's a fire ring over there. Place to sit. Very beautiful. Completely surrounded by wilderness out here. Wow, take a look at this. Here in the preserve you can learn about some of the history. There was once a homestead site here back in 1882, and it was the McNeil homestead. And there's a plaque here that describes the history. This land was surveyed in January of 1847 for the newly formed state of Florida by Deputy Surveyor George Watson. In 1851, the state government created the International Improvement Board to encourage settlement, decrease the threat of Indian uprisings, and provide funds for internal improvements such as roads. The land was purchased from this board in 1882 by James McNeil, a veteran of the Civil War. Here's the old path to the homestead. Along the path here is this nice kiosk here. And it has some very informative history about this homestead site. Can you recognize these objects? And here's some sketches and such of things around the area in relation to the history. It's an old well, car, animal pen, homestead, and gravesite. And over here you have illustrations of the homestead site in 2003 and 1885. There's a 1835 land survey. Some more information about the folks that lived here. This is really nice. Along the pathway is remnants from the old well here. There's a sign here describing some information about the well. And it was lined with brick, most likely made in the 1800s. You see some of the bricks there. And it's filled in today. Wow, this is really neat. You can see remains from an old car out here. And there's a sign here, trash or treasure. These discarded old car parts and other trash at the site are the cast-offs from past inhabitants of this farm. The treasure of these artifacts lie in information they reveal when combined with other objects. Archaeologists don't only dig for these artifacts, but mainly for the information these clues leave behind. Over here are remains from the animal pens. Wow, over here is where the log cabin would have been. 2 notched logs and a small mound of earth containing metal roofing material and bricks are all there remaining of a 10 by 20 building made of logs. Over here is the grave site